How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about PROG stock. It ended up having a green day inside of the market, but it is going through a consolidation phase. I'm getting those messages, so you know what? It's time for an update video. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We want to take a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to take a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the retail side and the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for PROG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So we're going to do a technical analysis for PROG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.79, being up 2.20%. On the low, it tested $2.55, and then on the high, testing $2.86. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you could see we traded at 18.493 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 35.21 million shares. So what you can notice, we did have well below the average in regards to volume, but we still saw some strength in PROG stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 44.72. And then when we take a look at our moving averages here on the chart, you can see we are below the 21-day EMA. We're also below the 50-day. We are also below the 200-day, but we are above the 100-day. So the first thing that I want to bring to your attention here is that PROG is in a consolidation zone. I said this in a previous video. We want to see some strength with it remaining above $2.50. We can see as far as for the low of the day, it tested $2.55 and ended up seeing a high of $2.86. So the high was just above the 200-day. So going into tomorrow, I would want to see PROG make a retest here at the $3 level. We know this is a psychological area. It did visit this area back on December the 7th, but keep in mind, we know that there is going to be a good amount of selling pressure and profit taking. So now we have this pullback, so you're going to want to see it getting tested. If it gets rejected again, this is where I could start seeing we could go back to touching the 250 area or even below that. So this is why it's very crucial for PROG to make that next move up. But for the most part, if we decide to consolidate above the 200-day, that is not bad either. So for tomorrow, if we end up having a strong dip, I would love to see some support here right around 266, because if we can hold 266, then that's what I'm going to look forward to seeing that test to 3. So let's see how PROG performs going into tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the recent short interest information for PROG. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 54.99%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 8.43 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 1.3 million, updated 9 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow-free rate, it is at 38.30. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 6th, it was at 52.74, and then for the close of the 7th, which was yesterday, being at 54.99. So we do see an increase, and what this tells us right away, there are many shorts who are vested in this play. So this is why volume and buying pressure is so crucial for us to look for the movements that we want to see from PROG. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution. So we can see here on the inflows at 9,397, and then on the outflows 10,344. So we end up having an outflow outflow day. Taking a look at the breakdown, on the large it was 297, on the medium it was 6,439, and then on the small it was 2,661. Taking a look at the outflow side, on the large it was 0, on the medium it was 7,114, and then on the small it was 3,229. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for December the 7th and December the 8th, it being inflow days, and for today to be exact, it was at 297.14. When we analyze the numbers even further, the small scale orders that tend to represent the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, this is where it potentially could represent institutions and funds. We had more buying than we had selling. So this is very interesting here, and it's part of the reasons why you want to keep a close eye on this play, especially since we've been seeing big inflows on the large scale orders for the past 2 trading days. Now, when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it is right around 11.46%. No shocker there. We know there's a lot of traders that are going in and out of this play, and with the volatility, many people are going to be selling out of their positions. Let's be honest. And this is why, as far as for the order flow is concerned, we could see there was a lot of selling on the retail side compared to the demand that we're normally used to seeing for PROG. But we do see, as far as institutions are concerned, they have been showing a lot of interest. Also, this potentially could be short sellers as well. So that is one thing also to understand. So now let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for PROG stock going into tomorrow, here's what I'm looking for. I want to see us get to $3. We know this is a psychological area. So if we can gain some momentum above it, that's where I want to look forward to seeing this stock move even further. If we get to $3, but again, we face even more selling pressure like we have been seeing in the past, then we could see the stock pull back, and it will go back closer to the $2.50 range. We have been showing support right at $2.55 on the day, and we did end up seeing a high of $2.85. So what you really want to see going into Thursday, or whether it be on the Friday, is a test going to $2.90, because going to $2.90 should be able to get PROG to $3, and then we could see what could happen from there. As far as for the bearish case scenario, like I said, if $2.50 does ever end up breaking, things do not look good for this play, and this is where you're going to need to reevaluate the play overall in general. When we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it does continue to have short squeeze potential, and it's why you want to keep this play on your watch list for a trading opportunity. We see there's strong price action, there's a lot of volatility, and if you're going into this play with the right strategy and the right game plan from doing your homework and doing your due diligence, you could see some success. So let's see how well PROG performs going into tomorrow. I will keep a close eye on it, and I will continue to keep you guys updated. We'll talk soon.